Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Guys, I'm waiting for my COVID-19 results. I haven't got it yet. A little bit. Well, my dad, we all took, me, my mom, my dad took the test together. And so far, I think only my dad's got his result in the morning very early and it was negative. Me and my mom haven't got our results yet. So, a little bit worried because my brother, when he got his results, it was in the evening and he was positive. So, I don't know whether it's a case when they count all the. I don't know. Just fingers crossed. Don't know what's going on. But yeah, let's hope everything's well. I'll update you when I get my results. But yeah, let's talk about what Bomac. You know what, Terence Crawford's trainer. Oh my God, I like he's the type of trainers that listen. He's probably a really good trainer in terms of what he does for Terence and how good he is, but he comes out with a lot of crap. He basically said that, Terence, when he beats guys up, they're never the same after that. And he goes, Brook will retire after Terence Crawford beats him up. Brook will probably retire. He said Amir Khan soft, firing all kinds of crap. This is a guy that I don't know what you guys think about him, but he really tried. He's the type of trainer that I just prefer trainers to be quiet and let the fighters get on with the talking. Like, I don't mind saying Brook saying that he's going to make Crawford quit, or Crawford saying I'm going to make Kell Brook quit, or Kell Brook's a quitter. I don't mind that kind of talk because it's the fighters doing it. But when the trainers start getting involved, I just find that this guy talks a lot of smack. He talks even before when Khan was fighting him. It just some of the things that he was coming out with from his mouth is just like it's distasteful when a trainer does that. For me, I just think the trainer should train the fighter, not get involved in psychological warfare. Now Crawford's a very likable guy. So, if Crawford was a mug, right, and you'd say, you know what, I actually now after what the things that he said about Khan and the things that he said about Brook, I want Brook to chin his guy. To be honest, I want Brook to go in there and absolutely wipe the floor with Terence Crawford just to see how I can see Bomac's smug face, because that guy, to be honest, he talks a lot of crap, man. He talks a lot of crap. And listen, he must be a good trainer because he apparently he's a trainer of Crawford. He's a chef and all sorts. You can tell he's a chef just by looking at him. But um, you know, I just think that the fighters should do the talking and the trainers should do the training. Why is the trainer getting involved in talking smack for? And that's it's distasteful. I've always disliked Dominic Ingle for that. I see him every time. He's always getting involved and getting and trying to get under a fighter's skin. I just think the fighters should be left alone to do that. Why do the trainers have to fire shots? Well, the trainers not getting in the ring taking licks, are they? Trainers just training the fighter. So sometimes these guys try to play psychological warfare. I just think that the fighter should be playing that, not the trainer, because the trainers. It's like if you're a trainer and you're firing shots at me, I can't throw punches at you. So why are you talking crap when you're not going to be in the ring with me? If you were in the ring with me and you're firing shots, fair enough, it's okay, because then I get my opportunity to beat you up after. But with the trainer, I don't get an opportunity to do that. So I just think I don't like it when the trainers get involved. The fighters are fine. Like I said, I have no problem with what the fighters have got to say because they're going to fight. Just the trainers, man, they just need to stay in their lane and train the fighters. But again, I guess it's with this fight, it's not even a pay-per-view, so it's not like you're hyping up pay-per-view. But listen, Bomac's got his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion. If he thinks Crawford's going to beat Kell Brook up and Kell Brook's going to retire after this, then he's entitled to that opinion. I don't see it that way. I think that Kell Brook will make his own decision. Losing to Terence Crawford's no shame. Terence Crawford's, in most people's eyes, the best pound for pound fighter in the world. So all that means is that Kell Brook would know that he can't compete at that level, But there's many other fights out there that are not at Crawford's level that Kell Brook could still have. He could still fight Liam Smith. He could still have an Amir Khan fight. He could still fight Danny Garcia if Garcia loses to Spence. He could still fight, Sean Porter. He's beat Sean Porter. That could be a fight that, he could entertain. Sean Porter probably would want to get revenge and look to avenge that loss. So there's many fights for Kell Brook out there, It's not a case where, or even a Thurman fight, if but then would Thurman want to fight Kell Brook after if he loses to Crawford? I'm not sure. I think there'll be more opportunities for Brook if Brook beats Crawford. You know, I think there'll be less opportunities. The opportunities that will only be left for him will probably be Liam Smith, Khan. Because I don't even know whether Danny Garcia would fight on if he loses to Spence. He might say that's enough's enough. Because Danny Garcia's had a good run. He's had a good career. He may say, you know what, that's me done. You know, because let's not forget, Garcia's had a longer and more tougher career than Brook. He's fought a lot more top names than Brook has. Right, and he's been beaten up as well in certain fights. So although he's won, but he's been beaten up in certain fights. I've had very, very tough fights. You know, because he's a rugged type of fighter where he's not going to outclass anyone. Every fight of his is very tough for him. You know, he takes a lot of shots. So Garcia for me is at the end of the road as well. So if I'm honest with you, I think this is the end of the road for Garcia as well. If he loses, especially if he loses bad. So again, I don't know what's going to be left out there for Brook. You know, obviously the whole of Britain wants to see the Khan fight, but again, it's way past its sell-by date. I don't see it happening. The Liam Smith fight is an incredible fight. However, it's a dangerous fight. If Kell Brook was to lose against lose against Terence Crawford, do you really want to be going into a fight with Liam Smith, who's big, who's strong, who's a natural 154? That's a tough fight for Kell Brook. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be next for Brook because I don't think there's a lot of options. There are options, but I don't know whether they're going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, they're limited. The only what he can do is move up to 154. But then if he moves up to 154, then firstly, he's got to fight someone like Liam Smith. He can't just jump to a world title after getting beat by Crawford. He's going to have to fight someone like Liam Smith. And again, I'm not overlooking. I know that this Crawford fight is a fight that, you know, who knows what's going to happen. But if most people think is going to happen and Brook loses, then you got to think about what's next. I don't think Brook should retire. I don't want to see Brook retire. Brook's a fun fighter, and I'd like to see his career move on. I don't want to see him retire. He's only 34. But again, it depends. It all comes down to if he was to lose, how he loses. And if he goes in there and wins, then, you know, like I said, the options will be there for him. You know, who knows? I'm 1,000,000% if he beats Crawford, the Khan fight will be there. 1,000,000%. The Pacquiao fight might be there. What other fight will be there? Thurman, Garcia, Spence. All of these fights then become available. But if he loses, then the options become limited, if I'm honest. So let's see, man. Let's see. I hope because of Bomac, I hope Kell Brook goes there and wipes the floor with Crawford. Just because Bomac is a guy that really gets under my skin, and he's really annoying and he talks a lot of crap. And I just hope that, you know, Kell Brook can do a job on his fighter, and let's see his face after the fight. You know, I just think that Bomac's very unlikable, and I don't think, even though Crawford's a very likable character, very down to earth, very humble, very classy guy, I think having a trainer like that, a bit like Danny Garcia and his dad, a lot of people want to see Danny Garcia lose because his dad was so arrogant. Like, he came across, even though I don't think his dad's that bad, I just think his dad came across the way he came across, and people just didn't like it at all. So people wanted to see Danny lose, and sometimes because of your trainer, there's a lot of hate come onto the fighter. And I think Bomac kind of brings that same kind of energy and attention to Crawford, where it's not a good one, where people want to see Crawford lose because of the fact his trainer's a bit, comes across a bit arrogant, really. And he's not even the fighter. Crawford's anything but arrogant. Now, people say Crawford's arrogant because in the ring he comes across cocky, but that's just you know, he's confident in his ability. He's got talent. He's got a lot of ability, but you know, Bomac, he's not a fighter, and he's talking a lot of crap all the time. So let's see, man. Let's see what happens in the fight. It's an interesting one. It's an intriguing fight. But I don't agree. I don't think Crawford retires guys. Who does he retire? Victor Postal still fought on. He still did well in a lot of fights. Amir Khan's not retired. He's still fighting. Jeff Horn's still fighting. Jeff Horn's had a good win after that. So who did he really retire? Gamboa's still fighting. Gamboa still fought last week. Yeah, I know he's past his best, but that's not because of Crawford. That's just age and natural aging. So who has Terence Crawford retired? You know, nonsense. But let's see, man. Let's see what Crawford does. So listen, I want Kell Brook to go and wipe the floor with him. But unlike a lot of you, are thinking with my head rather than my heart. I've already done that once, thinking with my heart and not my head, and it didn't work. It didn't work out. And I think even though I would like Kell Brook to just wipe the floor with Crawford, just because some of the things that, just the fact that Brook's British and there's other big fights that that could potentially be made if Brook wins. I don't know. I just like to see him do it, but I doubt it. If I'm honest with you, I'm being honest. I don't see him winning, but I just think Crawford's too fast personally. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Let's hope he can pull it off, and then let's hope we can see Bomac at the end and see how he looks. But it's gonna be It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Listen, Brook's up for it. He's ready. I just don't know whether the stamina needs to be there for the full 12. But let's see, man. Let's see what happens. Leave your thought in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Bomac's comments. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.